All right, this is staying in the light. Staying in the light. A lot of things is happening, people. A lot of things are happening that has never happened before. I'm going to give a summary of what this war is really about. I'm going to give a really in depth, because I say things from mind, from memory, and a lot of time I may not be 100% correct. However, the idea I'm saying is 100% correct. And the reason why I do that because I don't want you to be in the habit of believing everything somebody say. Do your research. That's the only way you're going to learn anything is by self research, self knowledge. When you read in a book and you have that aha moment, that's learning. Hearing somebody say something, whether agreeing or disagreeing, you don't really know it. And America has been at war. Yes, a war. The Civil War. What was the Civil War really about? Things that have been hidden from history. Well, I'm gonna get into it tonight. Who controlled the South? Would you believe it was melanated people? Was the Republic back then? And the Civil War saying we got to take back our government. That's what the war was about. They created a fake corporation in 1861 and called it the U.S. Organic Act. And they was putting all the states under this fake constitution, this corporate constitution. And the people in the South say, wait a minute, hold it. This is not our constitution. This is not the 1879 where we took an oath to. So it had a duty to reject it and fight for it. That's what patriots do. So the Civil War was painted as the South going against the Union, but it was the other way around. Remember now, the South was the Confederate, Republic Confederate. What is a Republic Confederate? Well, give you a hint. Like I say, you got to do your own research. However, there was a Confederate government that set up that actually wrote the Constitution. Yes, the Confederation of these Indian, so-called Indian tribes at that time they call them, who actually wrote the Constitution. I'm trying to think of the name right now, it escapes me. So they was preserving the Union. That's what the Confederation was. They was conserving the Union. They say, nope, this ain't right. We not gonna be. Cause see, they wasn't a part of the U.S. in the sense as the U.S. controlled them. Each state is a nation. Each state is a nation. Their own laws take precedence. Now, the United States laws is to control the states, and when you have conflicts of laws, international commerce, things like that. So they begin to take more and more control over the state laws, making the state laws useless. So that's what the war was about. States' rights. And these people who won the Union, they say the Union won. Okay, they won the war. So they say we're gonna make y'all pay. We're gonna make you Southern people pay. That's what the 14th Amendment was about. Say we're gonna put y'all all in slavery because y'all dare fight against our corporatized Constitution. And the 14th Amendment made you all corporate citizens. Let me give a side point here. Let me deviate from the. Let's talk about this flag for a minute. If you recall, up until the current presidency, all of the flags you've seen in the courts have been gold fringed. That was a sign to show you it was a war flag under the not under the corporate constitution, not under the oh boy, not under the people's constitution, but under the corporate constitution. Maritime, that's it, maritime flag. A maritime flag had gold fringes showing you, saying in the part that because of the gold standard being erased, we can't operate as a land-based country anymore because we're all under a fake flag. So the current president said, well, we're going to bring back the real Constitution. So we don't need no fake flag. We don't need no gold fringed flag. We're not going to be under the maritime law, the law of the sea. That's what a flag represents. You know, who are you representing? What country are you representing? So we're representing the original Constitution now. And the people are upset because they have been, I'm talking about the Democrats, that's the one who's the war been against. Ever since it became really active under this president, what was his name? Come on now. Was it Taylor? You know, I'm going to come prepared one day with all these names in front of me. But then that wouldn't leave anything for you to do. Who's the president in 1913? You go figure that out. Do your research. 1913 president. Okay? That's when the corporatized Constitution really took effect. They set up the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve. Meaning what? We're operating off of credit, not money. There's no gold, so how can you have a real effective currency? So everything since then has been criminal syndicates running everything. And so naturally, people who've been engaged in these criminal activities has benefited from it. How else would you have somebody who's in the Senate for 30 years in its legislature? A lifetime. You're supposed to run for office for a few years and supposed to change up so you keep the energy going. You keep the people engaged, controlling policy. No, the people was engaged in controlling policy. It was a hijack. The corporation was controlling policy. People was corporate citizens. They didn't care nothing about the people. It was not Zachary Taylor that came to my mind. No, it wasn't him. That's not his name. But do your research and see what this history really is. And once you do, you appreciate what's happening, because when you take away that corporate maritime flag, you see real rights being restored. Real rights being restored. Beautiful day for those who know what's going on. So naturally, you're going to get kickbacks from people because they don't want to lose their big pocketbooks. And remember now, everything they accused president of, they was doing. And he wasn't found guilty. He was found innocent. They just say, we're going to throw everything in the book at you and hope something stick. Because they was desperate not to have this man in. Nothing stuck. If they try to make it stick by the time he got to be president, it didn't work anymore. So yes, these people are upset. Now see, if you don't have anything to hide, why are you so concerned about him going into the budget? Why are you so upset? Because of what he's going to find. That's why. You're going to find these people getting paid kickbacks. Just like a criminal syndicate. The books is rigged. Anybody can see that. They say they send Ukraine hundreds of billions of dollars. Zelensky says he received not less than half that amount. So where's that money going? You can say what you want about the president, but have he sent money to Ukraine? No. Those of us in the know why. He knows, we know why. Anyway, I may sound like I'm rambling, but do your research. Do your research. Figure out why. This is Staying in the Light, and I'm going to sign off right here and say peace to the Moors and peace to all the truthful people out there who want a republic. The democracy is dead. Yes, I said it. It's a corporatized fiction. It has nothing to do with truth. And it's being done away with.